Red? Red's going
in. Look at that, right out of the gate, right out of the gate, right out of the gate, baby!
Oh! Is it the
yeah! First pull! First pull!
Yes.
First pull! No, anybody, I'm not kidding here, right? If any one of you guys walks up to me on the street and tells me Albedo needs a buff, I'm gonna punch you in the dick. That unit is so good. The only problem with Albedo is she is boring. But Albedo is a powerhouse unit. And she is one of those annoying units that you can build multiple different ways and you never know what to expect, right? You can have a counter Albedo or a protection set Albedo. You can run her on 3F or you can run her on Arius. You can give her a shit ton of HP or you can run her on crit damage. I think once you put her on Arius, you'll never go back. It's too much mitigation. You never die. I can build this same Albedo with 33k health on protection set. And she's slower. She's like 150 speed, but you don't really need speed if you're going protection set. How you gonna kill me? Protection set Arius. Built-in 20% adamant. I mean, other than LPK. How you gonna kill any of my units behind this? But I'm just really enjoying the counter unity too much to go protection set. I know it might be better for tank down, but yeah, you can't cleave through this on protection set. On protection set, and you throw some throw immunity on it, and now you've nested the immunity, and now what's the unit everybody's crying about? She's got so many applications right now. She's really good for late game players, and she is really good for mid game players who are trying to break into RTA because she gives early and mid, or not early game, but mid game players the ability to deal with the fact that everybody is just cleaving the shit out of them. But she is boring. Nobody who loves Overlord and who's excited for the most exciting and smoking hot unit in the game, nobody wanted it to just be a freaking adamant Eaton unit, right? She is effectively just Eaton, but with a kit that does things. She brings actually slightly more damage mitigation to the table than Eaton does. But she has a real kit, right? Her S1 defense breaks, her S3 gives buff block, she does HP scaling damage. She actually can do things when she takes a turn, whereas Eaton doesn't really do anything but give himself a barrier so he can brick longer. So if there's a situation where you ever thought about reaching for Eaton, you reach for Albedo, and she's just a better Eaton. She's an Eaton that can actually do damage, who can solo, who can carry a team. This is not a bad unit. It's just a boring unit. And we didn't need a boring unit. She's situationally better. She's better mitigation, but she can't put up those gold shields that make you immortal, and she can't give your team AoE immunity for 2 or 3 turns, which is insane too. So, is pizza better than ice cream? You know, they're both foods, but they have different, you know, there's different situations where you'll want them. I think if you're just trying to survive cleave, Albedo's better. If you're trying to play a long game where you're just going to turtle up and wear the person down, you're going to find places where Carmen's better. Calipa, thank you for the follow. And LSK, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Wolf Pack. But yeah, I don't have an Emperor frame because of this unit. And my cleave is really, really good. I rolled right up to 3600, and I like rolled up to 3600 from 3400 to 3600. I covered that in about 2 hours, and then people started picking protection set Albedo or just counter set Albedo, but they were all on Arius, and I couldn't touch them. And I've got a better cleave than most, and I couldn't cut through her. You can't say, oh, well, yeah, but it's only good against cleave. Everything is cleave right now. If you walk into arena, there's a 75% chance, or RTA, there's a 75% chance you're going to get cleave. Now, this balance patch is probably going to change a lot of that, but there's at least a 75% chance that the first unit your enemy picks is going to be a cleave unit, or is at least going to set them up so they can opt into cleaving. So having units like Albedo was very important to the meta right now, and she's a unit that's going to be used heavily months from now. Shaltir, I'm not so sure about, but I will side with all of you that Albedo is boring, and we didn't need a bunch of people to come in, get hyped and excited for a unit, have her only really usable in the end game content, which is not a good look for the new people who come in, and they're just starting out in Epic 7, and they're doing all of the things that we all do when we just start out in a game, and we've got the unit we want, and we go, wow, she's not usable in anything that I'm doing. At best, she can tank some of the content while my other random pull damage deal units do all the heavy lifting, so she gets to just be an accessory in my team when really I wanted her to be the mainliner because I came here for Overlord and I came here to be excited about this collab, and there's just nothing exciting about an Arius Knight. I'm sorry. Nobody pulls Crimson Armor and goes, yes, I'm so happy to play this unit. They're happy what she'll do for their team, but nobody watching an RTA match sees Crimson Armand pop out and goes, woohoo! It's not a fun fight. But it's not a fun matchup. It's not a hype matchup, and we need collab units to be hype. Because who's going to join because of a collab and then stick around? No, those type of people don't get invited to the parties I go to, so I don't care about those type of people. Winning is fun. Don't get me wrong, winning is fun. But overall, it's not hype. It's not exciting. It doesn't bring happiness to the fight.